Welcome to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy VIII. Similar to the last Let's Play, I've chosen to do my opening monologue, if you will, during the opening credits, just so we can have some background music. But yeah, we've reached Final Fantasy VIII. One of the more so polarizing titles in the Final Fantasy series, if not the most polarizing. A lot of people love Final Fantasy VIII, a lot of people hate it. But guess what, bitches? I am somebody who loves Final Fantasy VIII. I do, I love this game. It is a top 10 game of mine. It still only ranks 4th overall in the Final Fantasy series. For me personally. But I think it's a great game. I understand the flaws of it. And I agree with some of the flaws that people say it has. There are some things that could be better, that they could have done better. I wholeheartedly agree, but I just think overall the positives heavily outweigh the negatives. So, like Final Fantasy VII, I've played this game twice before. This is my 3rd time. My other 2 Let's Plays of this game are on my old commentary list channel. So yeah, I'm excited to play another Final Fantasy game and just get to ramble as I play it. Yeah, overall this is the 4th ever Final Fantasy game I've ever played. The 2nd what I would deem to be traditional or old school. I played this game not long after I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time. So it was 15, that was my first Final Fantasy game. Then 7 Remake when that came out. Then the OG 7, right after. And then, not long after that, I played this. Alright, let's get right into this. Because we got another opening to go through. Are you ready for this shit? Hopefully this isn't copyrighted in any way, but knowing Square, shit. It really doesn't matter for me in this channel. So would this be like the first epic opening that Square has done? With music and everything. I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, so I always think about how those games, they have their openings with a pop song playing. This kind of reminds me of something like that. Not exactly a pop song here. How are you feeling? My forehead hurts. No kidding. Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. Squall. I've known him for years as Leon, thanks to the Kingdom Hearts series. But his real name has always been Squall. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Cypher. That Cypher won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You want to be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see. Your instructor is Quistis. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. Quistis, come get your student. Yes, yes. His injury's not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Right. Now please come by. Squall. So we meet again. I remember when I first saw that part, I just thought that was Renoa. Straight up. I knew it'd be either you or Cypher. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. Squall, is there something on your mind? Not really, not really. Ha ha ha. What's so funny? Funny? No, no, it's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little. That's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. It's none of your business? I always loved it when this music kicks in. Not one of my favorite tracks in the series, but I do really like the start of it. Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. There seem to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Those not participating and those who failed last week's written tests are to remain here in study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meet in the hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? Oh, and Cypher. Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Field exam participants, I will see you all later. And Squall, I need to talk to you. Sounds good, but first, let me hop on here. Turn on the power and log in. Squall confirmed. GF data for Squall searching. GF registered under Squall are Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. Quetzalcoatl, he is the thunder summon in this game. No, there's no Odin. I know, crazy. Quetzalcoatl, I think Quetzalcoatl does show up in another Final Fantasy game or two. It's not very often we see this summon. I feel like these are some easy summons to miss, because just a casual player playing this game for the first time or whatever, are they gonna know to fuck with this to get these? But there we go, we got Quetzalcoatl and Shiva right off the bat. I don't know, maybe some, I can't remember for sure, maybe, I feel like Quistis she might even mention to come and use this a little bit later on. We should be alright on all this stuff. And all this stuff. Paramagic. Magic used by ordinary people is actually paramagic. In essence, it is a technique which involves controlling energy. Paramagic was developed by Dr. Odine. He was the first scientist to research the nature of magic by studying a sorceress. So are you saying magic? Humans couldn't use magic until Dr. Odine? The skill can be gained through proper training. However, with magic, it is difficult to achieve power levels that are comparable to conventional weapons. So you kind of see this stuff and you're like, oh, magic, I know how to use magic in Final Fantasy, and and stuff. It also gives you some lore as well. GF, or Guardian Force. A GF is an independent energy force. By combining it with paramagic, it is possible to control tremendous energy. Memory loss is a possible side effect, but this has not been proven as of yet. Memory loss is a possible side effect. About sorceresses and magic. Sorceresses and magic. A woman who has inherited the power of a sorceress. The origins of the sorceress go back to ancient times during Hein's reign. However, there is no factual evidence. Pretty straightforward on that one. About garden. Facility rules. Classroom. Students should be in their seats and waiting for the instructors 5 minutes before class. When class is over, proceed quietly to your next class. Food, weapons, and magic are prohibited. Study panels are shared. Handle with care. Training Center. Proceed with caution. There are real monsters in the training center. It is open 24 hours. Entering the grounds for reasons other than training is prohibited. Do not engage in battles beyond your ability. Wonder if anybody's ever gotten themselves unalived in the training center. Infirmary. Visit the infirmary if you have any health concerns or problems. No items may be taken from the infirmary without permission. Follow the doctor's instructions. Resident physician, Dr. Katawaki. Library. Open hours, 9 a.m., lights out. Library usage. All materials are open to the public. You may check out materials at the desk. Remain quiet at all times. Dormitory. Everybody is welcome to apply. Seats have priority for the single rooms. Going out after hours for reasons other than training are prohibited. Do not leave personal possessions in common areas. Cafeteria. Open hours, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Keep the area clean. If late night meals are required, open them beforehand. There's a lot in just about garden. Alright, let's see the student rules, garden precepts. Work hard, study hard, play hard. Hell yeah. Attire. In general, there is no dress code in Balamb Garden. However, dress accordingly if instructed to do so by your superiors. Reward and punishment. The headmaster presents official commendations to outstanding students. Students who engage in violent acts, sexual promiscuity, or who fall behind in their curriculum, etc., may be expelled from garden. Conduct. The skills acquired in the garden must never be used for personal gain. Refrain from committing any acts that may damage the garden's reputation. Take time to think things through before starting a relationship. Emergencies. Procedures in case of an emergency. If you are on the second floor, use the emergency exit next to the classroom. If you are on the first floor, exit through the front gate. All students must take care of junior classmen during emergencies. Do not use the elevator during emergency. Event outings. All students should be in their dorm rooms after hours unless at the training center. So if you ever get caught past curfew, just say, "Oh, I was on the way to the training center." Kind of skipping a few, huh? Admission and graduation info. Admission. Applicants between ages 5 and 15 are admitted. Start them young. All hardworking and confident youths are welcome. Ambitious, Overachievers are also welcome. Applicants are admitted only after passing a final interview. Graduation. Must be between 15 and 19 years of age. One must have all the required skills and knowledge taught through the garden courses. One must have the headmaster's approval to graduate. At age 20, regardless of graduation, all students are released from the garden. Opportunities of alumni. I think once you graduate, I guess it's not crystal clear about this, but I think even if you do graduate, you can still hang around the garden. Opportunities for alumni. The Garden supports a program that helps graduates enlist in armies all over the world. Instructors and seeds are permitted to remain at the Garden. However, seedship must be attained before the age of 20. Yeah, so it pretty much tells you right here. Instructors and seeds are permitted to remain at the Garden. About Balamb Garden. Balamb Garden? Balamb? It might just be Balamb. I feel like it's probably actually Balamb. Balamb Garden Headmaster, Sid Kramer. There's our Sid for the game. Balamb Garden Proprietor, Master Norg. Balamb Garden was the first garden built in accordance with Headmaster Sid's ideals and dreams. About Trabia Garden. Trabia. A garden in the Trabia region. There is an exchange program between Trabia and Balamb Garden. About Galbadia Garden. A garden in the Galbadia Republic is the largest garden of the three. Galbadia Gardens Master, Martine, who is also the headmaster, has set up a program to recruit Balamb graduates into the Galbadian army. So Martine, he is both headmaster and the master. He's headmaster and master, so does that mean he's like both Sid and Norg combined? It calls Norg an appropriator, though. So I don't really know. Seed info. What is a seed? Balamb Gardens mercenaries, commanding GF. They have special fighting abilities. They work in small teams and operate all over the world. Dispatching seeds. Seeds are deployed all over the world. Their services are requested by governments and even cities, and even civilians. Their tasks range from providing military support to protecting civilians. Qualifications for seed. Students can apply after the age of 15. Passing the written test and completing an official mission are required to become a seed. Seeds are paid according to rank. A message from Garden. Garden events. Spring. Memorial service, entrance ceremony, seed exam. Written and field. Ooh, that should make this a springtime game then. If you ever... If there's a season that should get you into the mood of playing Final Fantasy VIII, it should be spring then, because that's when the seed exam is, written in field, and that's what we're about to do. Funny enough, it is spring. Like, it just became spring in real time here 5 days ago. So how fitting. The summertime, it has the Garden Festival and the summer vacation. Autumn, student-sponsored event. Winter vacation. Oh. Cafeteria announcements. The competition for the hot dogs and meals is really getting out of hand. We are doing our best to provide everyone with enough food, so please be patient and conduct yourselves in an orderly fashion. Thank you. As you well know, magic and weapons are prohibited inside the cafeteria. Why is this? This one's just exiting me out of this instantly. That's weird. Disciplinary committee announcements. Follow all disciplinary committee rules. This applies to junior classmen too. Do not bring animals inside the garden. Report seeing any unusual bugs in the garden. Do not litter. I feel like this shouldn't be doing that. The following materials are overdue. Please return them to the library immediately. Insect Guidebook, Color Edition, Raijin. Goodbye, Poo Poo Run, Raijin. The following requested materials have arrived. Edible Flowers, Turbine Engines, Revised Edition, We Meet Again, Poo Poo Run, The Sorceress's Night, Scenario Edition. Sorceress Night, huh? I'm not sure what a Poo Poo Run is. I feel like that probably exists somewhere else. Like maybe it's an enemy in the game. I guess that was all of them. Putting Raijin on blast. I really want those books back, Raijin. Putting you on blast in front of the whole school. What was this? Oh shit, hold on, wait, I'm sorry. What was this called? This one just kicks me out immediately too. Okay, I guess this is all this is. Yeah, the garden square. Your opinions are important to make our garden a better place. Write them down and place them in the Dropbox. I got first. Treppy's forever, baby. Man, I want to go out with her. Treppe groupie number 1. Man, I want to do her so bad. Hey! Treppe groupie number 1. You got a name, dumbass? I'm gonna kick your ass. What's your name? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared, big loser. I should kick both of you. I should kick both of your sorry asses. This is not for your silly games. Got it? XU, Zoo. That person's name might just be Zoo, actually. I think it is. I think there is a character that's briefly shown early on whose name is Zoo. I remember she has like a weird name. So, well, I think that's what it is. Like I wasn't sure if that was initials or not at first, but no, I think that's just straight up her name. I don't want the disciplinary committee to get on my case, so I'm not writing my name. J.I. What? Who's J.I.? Who are you? Almacy. No idea who that is. See, they're so nosy. Good thing I went with my initials. I'll go with initials too. I'll go with initials too. Hey, does anyone know if the new hot dogs are good? I haven't tried them yet. ZD. Yeah, I know who that is. Oh yeah, they're the best. Man, you're missing out. MS. Not sure who that is. I have a feeling you can decipher who all these people are. Damn! I missed it again! Hey ZD. You have your exam today, right? Good luck, man. ZD, I hope you do well on your exam. Be careful, alright? Sound a librarian, and I think I know which one. School Festival Committee. Thanks for looking at this page, but there won't be any updates for a while. That's because I, the Garden Festival Chair, will be leaving Garden. I did not strive to be a seed, and I won't even graduate. I devoted all my time to the Garden Festival, my passion. But in the end, there was no Garden Festival. That's because no one volunteered to help out. But I have only myself to blame. I thought I alone could pull it off. I'll be starting a new life, but I sincerely hope someone will take over the Garden Festival Committee. Goodbye, Balamb Garden. Wimbledon Honor. Woo! I'm done, says Squall. So we got those. Here is the menu for FF8. And this game kind of ditches the blue aesthetic with all the message box and menus and stuff. The text boxes, they're all going to be a gray. Ultimately, whatever. Seems like this game automatically puts your main character Squall in the middle. Neat, but here's our summons. I'll hold off on this stuff for now, though. Start the game with these items. Interesting. But no magic. Okay. Put it on active. Okay, we don't have 20 different settings like we do in FF8. Or, I mean, I misspoke. In FF7. In FF7, the bar just slowly moves to the right or left. And it's like you got 20 options. I played FF7 with it all the way on fast. Because if not, FF7 is generally kind of an easier game. I don't know what to do for this one. The Pixel remasters, they all had like 6 options, right? Right? I guess I'll just leave this one in the middle. This FF8 and 9 both tend to be harder than FF7. I'll leave these in the middle, I suppose. I had a complete brain fart, y'all. I can't believe I did that. I mean, I cannot believe I did that. Well, we're starting all over again. I mean, damn, I wish I could skip this, but of course I can't. I can't believe I did that. I just went brain dead for a second. Holy shit. Well, I guess we have to watch this awesome opening again. That's crazy. That's one of the stupidest things. I feel like that's one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I don't like... It's not like I just hit one button and it took me back to the home screen. I had to hit exit, and I had to hit, yes, I'm sure I want to exit. I don't know, I just had a complete brain fart. Damn it. You know, I was kind of thinking to myself earlier that, you know what, this was, I feel like compared to most of my other intros, especially the games I've played before, and also love, was one of my shorter intros, one of my shorter introduction monologues, if not the shortest. So I guess this is gonna kind of fucking make up the difference, starting back from the beginning. I mean, once we get through this opening stuff, we didn't lose much time. I mean, all I've done was boot up the PC and get my summons and read a bunch of text, and that's all I've done up to this point. I just gotta redo all that now. Yeah, I don't know how it could be that stupid. I was thinking of something else. Like, I had kind of something else on my mind involving this game, and I just wasn't thinking about what I was doing. And that's how I ended up going back to the main menu. I don't know what I was thinking about. I guess I was just... I think I was still just contemplating, like, do I want to have the speed right in the middle? Because I was thinking about going up 1 to a 4 out of 5. And not being a coward. But I was just trying to think, like... I think both times I've beaten this game, it was on 3 out of 5. But it's not like FF8's a walk in the park. So... But fuck it, I'm gonna leave it at 3. For at least this Let's Play. This is my first Let's Play with commentary, damn it, so we're gonna leave it at 3. I'm glad I pulled the trigger and made the move in FF7 to turn the speed all the way. But honestly, I just kind of misremembered, and I thought that's what I did for the second time I ever played FF7. But it wasn't. I moved it up. Instead of it being at halfway, the default, I moved the speed to be 3/4 as fast as it can be. I'm pretty sure that's what I did my second Let's Play. But I misremembered and thought I turned it all the way up. So I really didn't even do that for my third Let's Play on this channel that I just did. I didn't even turn the speed all the way up out of courage or anything. I just did it because I thought that's what I did previously. But I'm glad I did it. It worked out for the FF7 Let's Play. And I think that's the way to go for that game. It overall provided FF7 with a decent challenge. It didn't make it a walk in the park. And I don't know, I hesitate to say, even with the speed at halfway, it's a walk in the park. I mean, my other 2 Let's Plays of FF7 stuff snuck up on me and gave me some game overs, especially any of the optional shit that you do throughout the game. Especially if you can do it as early as you can. I'm not just talking about the Ruby and Sapphire weapons either. Obviously those 2 things can easily wipe the floor with you. Those two chicks look back at Squall and start giggling. Everybody wants them a piece of Squall. He just has that unspoken riz. And you can still... This is pretty neat because you can still walk and move around with Squall during this part. During, like, as the gameplay transitions into a cutscene. And that's cool. And there's some other parts of this game that are like that. If I had an option to turn all the text boxes blue, which feels traditional to the series, I would. FF9 actually, the default for that game is gray as well, but I think I'm gonna want to turn that to blue. So this is a first in the series, by the way, where you can name the summons. This game they're called Guardian Forces. Final Fantasy IV they were called Eidolons. 6 Espers. This game Guardian Forces. Final Fantasy X will be part of this marathon, but in that game they're called Aeons, right? 16 they're called Icons. Not to be mixed up with the character Ico that'll be in the next game. And that's how I'm pretty fucking sure that's how you say her name. Because it is pronounced Icons in FF16, and her name is Icon without the N, so... And she's a summoner, so it's just gotta be, right? If some FF9... If some FF9 remake or TV show finally actually happens and comes to fruition, and I think it will at some point, I think, honestly, the man in love for FF9 these days are just too strong for something not to happen, but, because it would just make Square too much money. It would just make too much sense. I guess then we'll finally know 100% for sure how to say her name as well as everybody else in the game. I guess we already know how to say Zidane's, huh? Not Zidane. Yeah, that's how I originally said it myself too. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself bringing up so much of FF9. Yeah, I'm being a weirdo right now. I'm being a weirdo. I'm sorry. The game needs to know I've gone through these text boxes. No, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm like 99% sure it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like me going through all these text boxes is gonna unlock something in the game for me or anything like that. But I'm just being a weirdo because I don't know. I went through all this stuff before I fucked up like an idiot, and I need to do it again because the game needs to know I did it and the save file. I think I did it all. Yeah, so this is going to end up being at least a 10-minute setback overall. I guess I did it all. Well, I guess I didn't make my way to this first time around. Gunblade Auto Mode. Now we're gonna leave that off. I guess I can leave that on. Renzo Zokuken indicator. Oh damn. What was it automatically on? The fuck ups continue. I think it was probably on Summon Magic. Or, well, I don't want it to be on... Again, like, I'll mess with these more later. I don't want it to be on Summon Magic. That's what Shiva's is on, so maybe that one was already on Summon Magic too. Cards, I don't have no cards. Not yet. Configuration. Active. That was all I changed. Yeah, let's not do that again. Yo, well, my brain I guess I was just going through each one of these one by one, and then my brain turned off after the tutorial, and I just went to exit, and this popped up, and I'm like, yes, no, well, of course I want to hit yes. Damn, you start this game with 5,000 gil? Okay. And Squall starts at level 7, because he's been training and working hard here at this seed facility. I can't walk just using the analog stick. Like, I was thinking if I just... slowly tilted the analog stick, Squall would just, he would just walk. But you have to hold down circle. You better show some courtesy to Instructor Trepe? Trep? Quistis Trepe? Treep? Trepe? Treep? Quistis Trep? You better show some respect to Professor Trep. It's an honor to be called over by Instructor Trep. Try to smile a little when you're talking to the instructor. Fucking kiss-ups. Yeah, I was looking to see if that was something I could change in the menu here, where I could get... Squall to just walk. If there was an option, it's probably just for Squall to automatically walk. Like I could probably just switch it to where instead of holding down circle to make me walk, it's holding down circle to make me run. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seat exam if you don't pass the prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Cypher. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. See, that's your hint for it. That's your hint to go to the study panel. It's not a very good one. Like I could see so many people get into that and there'd be like them just being like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Quizda? Study panel? What the fuck is that? What do you mean?" I mean, she could have at least said something like, if you need any more help, go to your study panel back at your seat. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should take up that subject too. Should anything happen to Instructor Trep, the Treppies will get your back. Alone with Instructor Trep. It should have been me! Let's go look through Professor Trep's things. Ooh, got anything in your drawers? You got any drawers in your drawers? I don't know why you would have that in your drawers. I'm late! Ah! Okay, so I want to play this game where Squall is just kind of, especially early on, like when I get these dialogue options, I kind of do want to play Squall as a, to himself, seemingly uncaring ass. Because that is fitting to his character. Now there's one other character that I think for the most part, at least for the most part, that won't be the case for. But we'll get to that. But this is an exception. Because I could say all these dots, and that's kind of the end of this. But let's say, are you okay? Because we'll get more out of it. Are you okay? There. I'm fine. It actually might be another dialogue option that dictates that. Sorry, I was kind of in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Whoa, oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh hey. I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? Yeah, okay, it's actually this one. I should have answered the other one. It has ... then, but whatever. Okay, if I say don't have the time, that's just the end of this interaction. So let's say sure. Sure. Woohoo! Alright, let's go. We'll take the elevator to the first floor lobby and I'll show you there. I'll show you the directory. So we have this chick hanging around now. And this is the first, this shows us now first instance of, in this game you actually have party members following you around. Although she's not actually in the party right now. Oh hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing square, but keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. Ah, you have that seat exam today, right? And you still haven't gone to the fire cavern? Are you just taking it easy? I don't know. Oh, well take care. Wait, what'd you say? Ah, you have that... Oh yeah. Same shit, huh? Yeah. Confident as always. That's the directory. Well, this is it. Balamb Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Next, I'll give a quick I thought this was selfie for some reason. Next, I'll give a quick explanation of the various facilities. Yes, sir. Yeah, her name's Selfie, by the way. I guess I've spilled the beans on that. That doesn't matter. I don't know why I feel like I have to keep that to myself until the game reveals it. But yeah, Selfie. Selfie is one of the more fan-favorite characters in this game. Even the people who don't like it. Even the people who don't like this game, they might at least have some love for Selfie. She's also in the Kingdom Hearts series, including the first game, just like Squall is. The only two characters from FF8 that are in the very first game of the Kingdom Hearts. And Selfie shows up before Squall in Kingdom Hearts. So really, it's like Selfie is the first Final Fantasy VIII character to be in Kingdom Hearts. And you can fight her on Destiny Islands in the prologue world, and she wields a fucking jump rope. Pretty cool shit. And she's also a younger version of herself. Squall is actually, ironically, a little bit... He's an older version of himself. Like, instead of being 17, he's like fucking 25 or something. You'll find the dormitory in the north. A majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change in there. West of the north block is the cafeteria. There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. You better get used to waiting in line. Got it! East of the north block is the parking lot. We usually take the garden car when a mission comes up. The front gate is located to the south. That's right, I have to go meet Instructor Trep at the front gate. What's the matter? Nothing. Next we have the quad, located in the west block. There's an event being planned there. I know! It's the Garden Festival! It's going to be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You want to help out too? Let's just continue. South of the West Block is the infirmary. This is where you get treated for your injuries, but a lot of students just come here for advice. What's the doctor's name? Dr. Katawaki. Now the East Block. This is the training center. It's the only facility open at night. It's used for training, and they have real monsters running loose here. If you don't take it seriously, you may end up dead. Just be careful. Okay. South of the East Block is the library. There's a lot of material you can look up here, but the terminals in the classroom are a lot more efficient. Are you ready to know about the classroom on the second floor, right? And you already know about the classroom on the second floor, right? Yep, I remember that one. By the way, the headmaster's office is located on the third floor. You need permission to get in. Another question. What's the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. That's about it. Anything else? Got it. Hey, are you taking today's seat exam? Yeah. Then maybe I'll see you again later. I've already finished my training at my previous garden. I'm taking the seat exam today too. Good luck to both of us, huh? Thanks a lot. Yeah, I like to get that interaction with her versus not getting it. Oh, Squall, Instructor Trepp is waiting for you at the front gate. What? You don't know where the front gate is? You're kidding me, right? There's only one gate. Head south from where we are. Did you also forget that you can check where you want to go on the directory? Oh shit, the Guardian forces are already working their magic on Squall. I mean, that's pretty fucking bad. You forgot where the gate was? Morning. Good luck with the seat exam. Alright, let's save this. Why the fuck? Why do I have this? Did I make a save in here? See, I did. I don't know why I have this save file in number 2. I think that's the one I'm gonna use. Well, let's see, this automatically puts me on save file 2. And now later in the future, I'm not gonna know why I have this save file in 3. Wish I could just straight up delete it somehow. I don't seem to be able to, unfortunately. Alright, let's take a tour around garden. Today's seed should have no more brains than brawn. I feel like this should be set the other way. Today's seed should have... Oh, I read that wrong. I read it as today's seed should have no more brains than brawn, because I'm a doofus. Today's seed should have more brains than brawn. Maybe. I was about to say, because if it was no more brains than brawn, he's saying like He's basically saying, yeah, see, in today's times, it's more important than ever that they're smart versus the old days where you just needed to be stronger and more of a manly man, because we live in the age of technology and you gotta be very smart and use your brain and that kind of stuff. Student number 41269. Squall? You're that problem child. Don't you have the final seat exam today? And you're making instructor Trep wait. What are you still doing here? Now, it actually is a very good thing to do, is to go and, whenever you get a chance, to go and check on everything around the garden. Library girl with a pigtail. The following acts are prohibited within the library: talking loudly, eating and drinking, running around, and also 4. Avoid late returns. 5. No fighting over seats. I have to go over the library rules with the children next period. I'm very nervous. I hope they understand. I have a question for you. Esther was the country that was governed by the evil sorceress way back when, right? So what happened to the sorceress? Did someone overthrow the sorceress? Did we learn about this in class? I think I cut class that day, so, I have no idea what the sorceress is about. Fucking get an encyclopedia. Get a history book. I mean, fuck it. I mean, shit, no. Decent internet should exist in this world. This is the most futuristic the Final Fantasy series has ever been up to this point. I mean, me personally, I hesitate to say FF8, Final Fantasy VIII's futuristic. I hesitate to say that. I feel like it's very pretty much, mostly sort of like a take on modern times. A little bit of some things here or there might be more technologically advanced than we have in our world today, or especially back in 1999, I suppose. 1999 was the year I was born, by the way. So me and FF8 are bonded that way. We were both born in the same year. Found a draw point. No one can draw. I need to try and fix that if I can. Okay, I guess I was gonna wait later to do this, but I forgot there's some draw points in the building. Six Asunas, damn. We got Asuna pretty early on, huh? Darn, I can't remember the name of the book the instructor was talking about. It's too much of a hassle to ask him again. I'll just check out whatever. I can't find anything that's relevant. Received Ocelot Fan 1. Well, I didn't know if that was actually going to work. Me just running around spamming X. It's a good habit to have in RPGs. Especially these older ones. World's Mysteries Magazine Scoop Issue. Ocelot Fan 1, Mysterious Monster Death. Odell Burke, 67, of Timber, was tending to his field when he found a dead monster after hearing a loud impact sound. Mr. Burke said it occurred when he was making a fence with steel pipes. An extremely strange death. These desks are squeaky clean. Or, these desks aren't squeaky clean. Those three from the library committee. I bet they're slacking off somewhere. So, like, do you read it? Oh, you mean that bloody murder mystery? Did you find out who was the killer? You know, you should read something more enlightening. So, like, you found it boring? It was good. But what I'm trying to say is, so you liked it, then you'll like this one too. Oh, okay. So, like, this book is written in a new style? The narrator is actually the killer? Hey, geez, don't give it away. I hope there's a seat left. There's always a lot of people in the reading room. And not everyone's here to read books either. I know that's true. I know when I was in grade school, I'd go to the library and I would just be going to chillax. Like, I would have study halls and we were allowed to go to the library during study hall. And I would go there just to, like, chill out in there. So I didn't have to fucking sit in the classroom. Because we had a pretty nice library overall. I remember my sophomore year, some of my closest friends are in the same study hall as me. So it was fucking awesome. We would just all go to the library and we would just all have a good time. We played Uno a lot. Good shit. And I saw some NPCs walking earlier. Good morning. Alright, well, I think it'll still take me a while to get through the rest of this garden. So I'll just end this one right here. Yep, that'll do it for our first episode. I had you'll notice a cut in the middle of this episode, and that's because I was a stupid idiot, and I accidentally exited the game, and I had to start over right after going through the terminal and looking at everything on there. I just went brain dead for a second. At first, I was just gonna. Well, I've decided to just cut that part out, me fucking up and having to go through starting the game up again and redo shit. I don't know. I kind of said. I don't know. I'm deciding this like in live time. You're hearing me decide in live time. This is an hour and 17-minute episode now. I don't know. I kind of said some interesting stuff. I was kind of able to make some interesting points while doing that. I guess I'll just leave this episode alone as is. We'll just have a clusterfuck of a first episode. I'm sorry about it. I guess I'll just leave it alone. We'll have a longer first episode than usual, but that's okay. Alright, I'm ending the episode now, this time for sure. And I'm gonna leave this alone, I do think, unless I change my mind again before I post this to YouTube. I don't think I will though. Oh, I'm such a goofball, but until next time.